Hello and welcome back to my channel, Emma Jane's Garden. So today I've got a bit of a Temu haul. Not sponsored by Temu in any way, I just quite like a little bit of a bargain. And I thought I'd show you what I've got. So it's been really warm, but really wet as well. So when I ordered this, it had been really hot, and I really needed some irrigation for the polytunnel because I was coming up and watering like it was no tomorrow, and honestly it takes so much water in. It's only a small polytunnel, but even if I was digging down it was still quite dry underneath, and it's so hot, so I thought I do need to get some irrigation of some sort. So randomly watching Alan Titchmarsh in the morning, if you're in the UK you know who that is. He's a gardener. He does like a morning program on a Saturday, which I do sometimes catch if the kids are having a lie-in, which is always nice. Anyway, they had like a gardening segment on his like breakfast morning TV he does on Saturdays, and there was a guy there doing irrigation, and he had this really good irrigation that was solar panelled. So I've got no electricity, no water here. So the water, well, we've got water, but it's in cattle feeders dotted around the place, so you have to go backwards and forwards with your watering cans, which is fine because it's actually not, I've got two that aren't actually too far away from the polytunnel. But after like your 10th trip it's a bit boring, especially if it gets really hot. Like last year we had June time and that was taking me 2 hours to water all the plots and the polytunnels every day, and I thought then there had to be a better way. So this solar panelled irrigation sounds awesome. So I thought what we'll do is we'll unbox it. I haven't even unboxed it, I don't know what's here, but I've got two different things here. Now one is this little like it's a drill pump, and then this attaches to a hose pipe. I can't get it out, hold on, what's this? Okay, so this attaches to your drill. This part attaches to the drill, and this part it's got little nozzles that attach to the hose pipes. So I've got little hose pipe attachments here, so you clunk your hose pipe on there and then you've got another one that goes on there, and then you use your drill and one bit goes into the water butt and then the other bit goes the way you want it. So for watering, all I'd have to do now is put this end into the water butt. Well, actually it tells me it's this end, but anyway, one end into the water butt with a bit of pipe, and then leave that on the side of the water butt. This bit would come to the plot and then I can just water. But it's going to empty the cattle feeder quite quick, although they're self-filling, they don't fill very quickly. So what I'm thinking of doing is I've got 3 different water butts on my plots, and if I can just fill once a week, fill them all up with this from the cattle feeders, then I only have to use the stuff from my butts, watering cans, to water the stuff that's here and the polytunnel, which I thought was a great idea. And then I saw this little segment on the Alan Titchmarsh show, which was the solar panelled irrigation, and I thought that's a really good idea. So I'd already seen this on Temu. Well, I'd seen it somewhere else, but I found it on Temu way cheaper. And then I saw this solar panelled irrigation. Now I haven't opened it, so I don't even know what it looks like. Okay, so we've got, these are the little pegs, and this is where the water goes in, I think. Can you see? We've got the holes. I don't know if you can see the little holes. Oh, I'll get one out. So these go in the ground every so often. I mean, if you had specific plants, you could put it by the plants. So you see the little holes here. Oh, where am I looking? There we go. So I think that's where the water's, no, maybe not. I could be doing this wrong. I'm not sure. Anyway, comes with those. I'm not sure actually. Pipe. So that is the water pipe there. Oh, maybe they just go on there. Ah, yeah, because they've got a little, getting this wrong. So they've got the little, can you see the little groove there? And that's where the water will go down and down the sides and then into the ground. And then it's got a little pump little pump here. That's the bit that goes into your water butt and filters the water so no crap goes up and through, because that's, my water butts aren't the cleanest. Anybody's who collects just general rainwater isn't going to be that clean. This is for the solar panels so that we can put it on and then tilt it, so it's got like a tilty bit. Right, so you can tilt your solar panel to wherever it is. I've just downloaded, that's how high tech I'm getting. I've just downloaded a app onto my phone. It's a compass basically. So I know which way south, so we can get most of the sun all day. And there's a solar panel. That's the solar panel. And this setup was less than £25, which I don't think is bad. You can get more expensive ones, but on Temu, I actually think I paid £18 for this. I don't know if it works yet, we haven't tried it, but you know, if it works, brilliant. So I'm going to just leave that in the sun for a minute, see if we can get it doing something. Let's put that there in the sun. Okay. So that's what I've got from Temu. Not the biggest haul in the world. Oh, I got a hat too, look. Got my new hat. It's got a pony on it with flowers on, can you see? Because my love for horses is being shown here slightly. I haven't had horses for the last 5 years, but I'm getting that real big itch to get another pony. And my daughter's just got into ponies and it's quite a big itch. I haven't not had a horse since I was 13, and it's been nearly 6 years now since I've not had a horse. And yeah, I'm getting a little bit like I want one, but they're so expensive and I've got no land to put them on. So anyway, so she's doing riding lessons and I've got a horse that I ride occasionally, so yeah, we're getting a horsey fix in. Instructions, maybe we should read these. Right, I'm going to go and set this up. I tell you what I've got to do. So I've brought another little gadget with me. So I need to measure, so I need a hose for this little gadget. But I don't want to just go and guess. So what I've bought is this little gadget. Hold on. So my husband is a landscape gardener and he has this really cool gadget that measures, it's a measuring wheel, and it measures everything in meters. So I have to just wheel it along, it'll tell me how many meters each of my cattle troughs is away from my plot, and then I know which one's closer, and then I also know what size hose to buy. So I don't want to go and buy like a 40-meter hose or something if I only need 20, because they're expensive. So I'm going to go and do that now, measure this. Let's do that now, that's something fun to do. Okay, so we're going to measure from the back of the polytunnel here. One is that way and one is that way, and I'm pretty sure I'm dead in the middle, but we'll find out in a minute. Okay, so it is 29 metres that way and 32 metres that way, so doesn't really matter. I think we'll probably go for that one then, because that's a straighter. That one goes around the corner, this one behind me, not far. So if I get, just trying to think, because we need to go from the butt. So if I got like a 35 metre hose, that would do me. And then it would reach all of the butts. Yeah, let's do that. Right, let's see if we can get to this irrigation system up. Okay, so that's actually quite successful, and it's actually really quite easy to put together once you kind of understand what's going on. The instructions are pretty poor, but I just checked there's a picture. I just kind of followed the picture, and yeah, I mean, there's a bit of trial and error on it, but it does work. And actually it comes out with quite a lot of force. I thought it'd be a bit of a trickle, but it's actually quite good. So I haven't set up any of the little blue attachments yet. I've just set it up to see if it works. So should we have a look at it working? So this is the water butt we're using, and this is the one that I said I thought had a hole. Turns out the tap just wasn't on properly, and every time you filled it up above the tap it was just coming out the tap. So I've sorted that, yay, because it was full over the winter. So this is the solar panel here, which I've just screwed onto this bit of trellis that I already had, and then in it is this little, this is the so this is the filter, and it's got like these two little marbles in it, which fills the water, and you put that into the water butt, and that then just floats down, and then stops things like the leaves and that going into the water. This is your sensors, so you've got your two little sensors here, which are these things, and one's longer and one's shorter. So when it gets to the shorter one, it'll beep to tell you that you're nearly out of water, and it'll just beep. So when I get here in the morning, it'll be beeping saying, we're going to go off and we haven't got any water, but it obviously it won't let it run dry, and it'll automatically switch off the whole machine to stop you using the water. So they just drop in as well. So that's the setup. Simple, just screwed on at the back here, look, there we go. And then it's got the on and off buttons here. And then it's actually, you can set it to different timers. You can have it once every 12 hours, twice every 12 hours, I think once every 24 hours, twice every 24 hours, etc. up to 72 hours. So you can have it once every 72 hours, depending on how you want it. You just set it, there's a display on the back, so you can set it to the one you want. And then if we come in the polytunnel, I'll show you the other end. From the pipe, it comes along here. I do need to clear away this. I left it because I was using these foxgloves, but they're done. I need to get rid of these. So, and this is the end. This is an anti-siphoning to stop it from just draining the actual water butt, so it just brings in air. And then this is the end, which I'm going to be using to attach the rest of the hose to here. But I haven't done those bits yet. But let's see it working. And there it is working. So you can see it's actually got quite a lot of force behind it. That's pretty cool. So yeah, that's it. So I just need to put all the attachments on, and I've just laid out the hose, and I've actually got enough hose here to do this whole bed of zinnias, which I really need to do because I've lost a lot of the zinnias because I think this haven't been getting enough water. And then I've got this bed here, which I've not long done, but it's got some snapdragons in it, and then just the bits and pieces that I only had ones or twos of. So I think I've got some phlox, I've got some dried flower type things, and bits and pieces just in the middle there. I've also got some of this really cool foliage, which is actually chickpea foliage. I've never grown it before, but we're trying that. And then we've got the grasses, which are just starting to come, and then on that side I've got my snapdragons, so I should be able to get across because I've got little things that link up from one bed to the other, so I should be able to get all three beds watered. The plan for next year is obviously to take this bench out, take all the benches out of here actually, and have this just as a planting polytunnel, and I'm going to bring the other polytunnel up and have it out the front there, which is going to be my seedling polytunnel. But yeah, look, I mean, there's quite a lot of water coming out of here. That's pretty good. This was my temporary situation, which was just having a drain pipe. So when it rained really heavily, which it has done, ever since I purchased this off Temu, because it takes about 10 days for things to arrive, it's rained really heavily, so I've had this drain pipe here just to try and get some water, but actually it doesn't collect as much as I thought. I thought it'd be a lot wetter in there than it is, hence the reason for this. So I'm going to put all the little blue bits on and see how it goes, but hopefully this is a success. Thank you Temu, amazing. And we'll try the drill out another day maybe, because I need to go and get the pipe, and it's Sunday, so I can't go get the pipe now because it's already 5 o'clock. So we are back at the plot. It is a couple of days later, and since I put the system in, the watering system in, it's rained. But that's fine because it obviously doesn't rain in the polytunnel. So I've come down today to see how it's going, and I've realised it's just siphoning. So it's not working brilliantly. I have got the anti-siphon bit on, but I'm wondering whether I've got that in the wrong place. Like I said, the instructions weren't great, so it's emptied my water butt, but it is just dripping. So actually it's done quite a good job. I'll show you. So you can see the darker circles around each bit is where it's obviously just constantly dripping, and you can see on this one, which is the closest one to it, I don't know if you can see that, it's just got a constant drip. So, but it is doing its job, it's watering stuff, even though it's dripping. And then I've got it over here onto this one, and you can see over here as well, it's just got a constant drip. But it is doing its job and it is watering stuff. I'm actually not too worried, other than it's emptying the water butt. But then if I had it on constant, if I had it on for 5 minutes at a time anyway, I think it would empty the water butt anyhow, quite quickly. So actually maybe this is better because it's a constant drip, which means it's constantly keeping it damp. But everything's looking quite good in here. So the reason I'm not worried about it going up, this polytunnel isn't, it's just sat on the ground. So anything, all the water that comes down and off the sides here, comes down and comes in and under. So the plants at the back always do better than the ones at the front. That's why I've brought the taps that little bit further this way, so that it will keep this bit damp. And I'm thinking, because we're on a slight slope here as well, everything at that end of the polytunnel, which is the away from this main door, ends up looking better anyway. So I needed the water to be more up here, so it will take its way down there anyway. So I'm actually not too worried, although it's not doing its job as such, because it is still siphoning. Because I turned it off yesterday, because I thought I came yesterday. Yeah, because I never turned it on that night initially when we put it together, because I didn't want to turn it on when I wasn't here. I wanted to put it on for 5 minutes while I was here, so I haven't actually turned it on at all for 2 days since we last were here. So it's been watering constantly since then. So I'm thinking that siphon thing must be in the wrong place to stop it from doing that. But actually I don't know if I'm that worried. I think it's doing its job and I'm quite happy with a constant drip, as long as I can keep the water butt filled up, which has been lucky actually, because we've had so much rain. I've had my drain pipe going into the water butt and it has actually been working. Now I've sorted the tap out and it's not draining straight from the tap. So yeah, win-win. I would say this is a good thing. If I can work out how to stop it siphoning, even better. But actually, like I said, it's just basically like having a drip tape in here constantly going, which actually probably is a good thing. So yeah, win-win. So yeah, I will I'll link the description to what I've ordered down below, so you can check that out. This was the one I bought was from Temu, but I'll also put the link to the one that's on Amazon down below as well. It's the same sort of thing, so if you're not keen on using Temu or something, then obviously, or if you've got Amazon Prime, which I don't have, then it might be better for you to get it from the Amazon link. So I'll put that down below as well. And yeah, I think that's a win-win. I think it's looking good. Anyway, I'm going to go and pick some flowers. I've got a couple of orders. In fact, I've got 3 bouquets to make today, so I'm going to go and do that. And I am going to make a video on doing some floristry today, because I feel like we haven't had a floristry video in forever. So if you're into your floristry and that's why you're here, and you're getting a bit bored because I'm only talking about growing and boring stuff, it's a jet. Don't know if you can hear that. A loud one. I don't know if you can even pick that up. That was a very loud jet just going over the top of us. Anyway, so if you're waiting for your videos on floristry, I'm doing one today and it will be out in a couple of days. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and you'll press the bell icon so you'll know when more videos come out. And part 2 of this video will come out soonish, next couple of days hopefully, once I've been and got this pipe. So yeah, press the bell icon and you'll know when that one comes out. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.